Hey, welcome back to training. It is Kurt. We're here for Top Agent Training, and I just want to talk real quick about how we go through the house and what we've developed for the benefit of you and your clients over the years, and why, when you're figuring out which inspector you want to work with, this is so important. So it's systems, not rooms. So when we walk up to a house, this is kind of the order we go in. We do the elevation photos, then we do recall check, then we do the roof, then we do the attic, then we do the exterior, then we do electrical. So when we're doing exterior, we're not doing the outlets. We're not doing the electrical panel. When we do exterior, we're just focusing on the exterior. We do electrical, the service, the panel, breakers inside the panel. Then we go in the house, we do lights, fans, outlets, making sure anything electrical that we written down. I mean, the only time that's not true is when we go in the attic, so we only have to go one time. But the reason that's important for you, well, first of all, it gets all of our inspectors thinking the right way about the house, thinking about how the systems of the house come together to serve their purposes. So all electrical, all plumbing, and how it goes through the walls and all those kinds of things. And then it also gets us through the house several times. So we're on the outside of the house a couple of times for the exterior, for electrical, for the roof and water removal, for thermal scanning. Then, like, take a bathroom, for example. We go in the bathroom first to check the outlets and the lights and the fans, make sure they're working properly. Then we go in the bathroom another time to check all the plumbing and all the plumbing faucets and sinks and toilets and all that. Then we go in a third time when we're inspecting interior rooms. And then we go in the last time for thermal scan after we've run all the water. Now we can actually check with the thermal camera to make sure there's no leaks hidden behind the walls or under the cabinets. And what that means for you, why this is important, is what that means is you don't get a report that says kitchen with like a cabinet issue, a drywall issue, an electrical issue, and a plumbing issue. And then you go to the casita, and then there's another electrical issue. And then you're the realtor or the buyer, whoever's watching this, having to basically re-puzzle the entire report because you're not sure if you have 3 items or 5 items that you need to call an electrician for. So for us, all of our issues and findings for electrical are in electrical. Now I'm not sure what this house has. So right up, okay, so anything that an electrician would fix is in the electrical section. Anything that heating and cooling, HVAC, would fix is in heating and cooling, even air distribution. I mean, if you had a ducting problem, you'd call an HVAC person. You wouldn't call an attic, so to speak, expert, right? You have plumbing issues, you call plumbers. And then again, we even take all the structural issues. I could show you the whole template. So for structural, right, we've had this over the years where even we've gotten better because maybe the report didn't quite tell the whole story. Like everything was there, but it didn't put the whole puzzle together. So everything structural for us, we've got the exterior, you got walls, large trees, walkways. You've got drainage, which is obviously the #1 reason you want appropriate drainage, is so that you don't damage the foundation and the structure. You got the visible portion of the foundation, and then you have a crawl space and basement potentially, and then you have attics and interiors. Interiors are things like, are the doors not shutting right? Are the walls not shutting right? Are the walls not plumb and even? You know, all of those things basically with a structural issue can kind of come together. So rather than you having to read again about a kitchen, a bedroom, a bathroom, go, wait, I'm accumulating all this together, is that potentially structural issue? So that's why we do systems, not rooms, but it's also the reason why when if you come to the very beginning of inspection, which we don't recommend, that your client goes, well, what's that crack mean? Well, nothing yet. We don't know. It could just be the tape come across because it's the dry weather. It could be, or it could be a structural issue. But we start on the outside, roof, attic, foundation, crawl space, and go into interior rooms. And so we kind of have an idea of everything that's going on before we get to that one little crack, and whether it might have structural implications or whether it's just a silent crack and no big deal. So that's it. That's why we do rooms and not, I'm sorry, systems and not rooms. And that's also why we don't have all the answers when we first get there. And just because we spend time in a kitchen or spend time in a bathroom doesn't mean that we actually inspected the corner that's water damaged, right? I mean, we won't have all the answers on that until the thermal scan at the end. So again, another reason we encourage the clients to come towards the end, because we'll actually have all of those answers. If I'm going through the bathroom for electrical, I don't have time to stop and look at the condition of the drywall. I'm going to be doing that later in the inspection. So again, the whole output though, the only part you'll actually see is this report where all of the stuff are accumulated together in the way where the person you would hire to fix that stuff is all in one spot. Makes your life super easy. Okay, we'll see you on the next training.